These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Richardson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Colts had 10-5 to start play. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. Richardson on 4th down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And this complete to Mitchell. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Richardson to throw off play action. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Colts put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 75. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good. By the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Running the slant. Gray with it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, 29 yards. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Running left, Taylor. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Back to Taylor on first down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Richardson going to change the play here. To throw is Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll send Mitchell in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. QB sneak, Richardson. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Anthony Richardson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. At their own 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll just protect the football and go down and take the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays. Mahomes now to throw. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. Able to find Gray here. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion. Now Mahomes. He's into space past the 25. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Pacheco. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Second down, another run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Taylor. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It was Quiddy Pay who made the stop coming off the edge.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes on the bootleg, rolling to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Here's first and goal. Pacheco. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now second down and a few inches. Here's Mahomes to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. Here's Richardson. Got his man, it's Woods. On the move past the 40. Look at the big fella go. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
Oh, what a time for a lapse defensively. That turns this game right on its ear. And now, forget about going fast. They might want to take the air out a little bit and force the defense to use some timeouts.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Taylor. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second down, another run with Taylor. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Third down and goal coming up here. They'll try and run. Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
He's brought down at the 4-yard line. A gain of 3 yards brings up 4th and goal.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Hoosiers